Working at Hooters can make some girls feel superior and untouchable. Well, what happens when Hooters girls face the consequences of their actions?
I'll take everything on. Please don't charge me, but I just want to go to jail. Please, sir.
Here are 3 Hooters girls who thought laws didn't apply to them, and their arrogant behavior came back to bite them. On November 29, 2022, 20-year-old Daisy Hurley was pulled over by Deputy Miller of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office after completing her shift at Hooters. The reason for the stop was her flat tires. Deputy Miller suspected she might be intoxicated and attempted to question her about her alcohol consumption and conduct sobriety tests. However, Daisy seemed to have different intentions, possibly believing she could charm her way out of the situation.
Okay. I asked you one time already. Now that we're out, okay? By refusing to perform field sobriety exercises, I have to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to place you under arrest for DUI. All right? So I'm going to ask you one more time, based on my observations, based on everything, okay? Glassy, watery eyes. Slow and thick-tongued skin, okay? You have an odor of an alcohol beverage. You're trying to mask it with gum in your mouth, okay? You have an orbital sway as I'm talking to you. You hit the curb. You have 2 flat tires, all right? All these are indicators of impairment. So I'm going to ask one more time. Are you willing to perform field sobriety exercise? If you refuse, okay, I have to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to place you under arrest for DUI. So will you perform field sobriety exercise to dispel my fear of impairment? No? All right, turn around for me. Turn around for me. We are not playing this. Turn around now and place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back. There you go. All right. We just had a deputy killed, okay, from a drunk driver. Less than a week. Did you not hear about that? You're impaired.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. When we get down to the jail, okay, I have an intoxilizer.
Following Daisy's insistence that she didn't take too much alcohol and her refusal to do the field sobriety tests, Deputy Miller placed her under arrest for a possible DUI.
Are you going to provide your breath sample to determine its breath alcohol content? Yes or no?
No, because...
Okay, I'm going to read you something. 5712 female 15 signal 1. What's wrong is we have all these things, you know, sisters, Ubers, Lyfts, everyone who can drive our vehicle when we drink. Unfortunately, you didn't want to take any other different decision except that you're going to drive home.
Because No, I didn't.
The deputy explained to Daisy that she needed a breath test to determine her alcohol content. He outlined the consequences of refusing this test, including a suspension of her driving license. Despite the explanation, Daisy refused to submit to the test. While she was in the car, the officers conducted an inventory of items found in her vehicle. The officers are cataloging and discussing the various items they've discovered. However, they have a surprise waiting for them. They found a suspicious substance in her car, which was likely coke or meth, and asked Daisy what it was.
If you can afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost to you before and during question if you wish. You can set any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I explained to you? Yes? Having these rights in mind, you wish to talk to us now. Do you want to talk to me and explain what this is or no?
I don't know.
Daisy claimed she didn't know and said she had bad people in her life who might have put it there. Right.
It's entirely your choice. I can't force you to talk to me.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's cocaine or meth.
I don't know what it is.
It's in your car.
Okay, I also have a lot of bad people in my life that are willing to do really bad things to me, so...
Eventually, Daisy was driven to the station, where she could face DUI and drug-related charges. Now it dawns on her that she is really in trouble, and she breaks down in tears. Daisy was ultimately charged with DUI. Her bond was set at $120. While Daisy may have thought that Hooters girls are immune to the law, Estrella believes that laws are more like suggestions. On July 27, 2022, 19-year-old Estrella was pulled over by an officer of the Las Cruces Police Department. Although the officer was a rookie, she could clearly see that Estrella was drunk and showing obvious signs of drunkenness.
You were at Hooters drinking?
Before Hooters, I was at Hooters, but not somewhere else.
because I'm not even 21 yet.
What'd you have to drink?
I had a little cocktail drinks, just a tiny one.
How many of them did you have?
Huh?
How many drinks did you have?
Just 2.
All the while, Estrella told the officers about her personal achievements, how she purchased her first car, and how she overcame high school struggles. Despite her being obviously drunk, the cops decided to run her through a field sobriety test.
So it's because you did pass out right here in the
Yes.
driver's seat. I'm gonna ask you if you're willing to submit to some field sobriety tests because I need to know if you're able to drive for you to go home.
Yeah.
You're willing to submit to them?
Well, we'll submit to a sobriety test.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and stand over here. That way we're not... Over here, ma'am?
Do you have shoes or chanclas?
Yeah, I didn't get those because I want to stand in my Hooters bottoms for work. So I don't have anything else.
However, just as expected, Estrella couldn't carry out the simple task. She was put into handcuffs and transported to the station.
17,
Lift it up. 6 inches above the ground, parallel. Stop.
Good decision.
I'm gonna go ahead and arrest her.
I'm not sure.
I filled out my HGN. Alright, ma'am, go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Reserve your ID, and do you have a phone in there that needs to go with you?
I have a phone in there.
Okay. Like grab your ID, your phone. You can't take a purse. Do you have a wallet?
I'm gonna put it in there. Well, it's just my purse.
Have you go ahead and walk over here towards me.
Once they arrived at the station, she took a breathalyzer test to determine her blood alcohol content. Eventually, she was handcuffed and prepared for transportation to the detention center.
Try and place a wallet under there.
I'm gonna have to move them.
Go over there that way.
Is it because they're in your frame? Sorry.
Estrella later left the jail on bond. However, she failed to appear in court, and her driving license was suspended. But that's not the end of the story. 5 months later, on December 27, 2022, she was arrested again. This time, she was charged with failure to appear and driving while her license was suspended. Estrella thought that court dates and DUI laws did not apply to her, but our next Hooters girl, Naomi, believes that her looks and charms are all she needs. Naomi, a Hooters waitress from Switzerland, was still wearing her Halloween costume when cops pulled her over. It's not uncommon that DUI drivers try to bribe the police officer to avoid consequences, but Naomi certainly took it a bit too far. It all started when the officer checked the license plate and found out that not only the plates expired almost a year ago, but also Naomi had a suspended driver's license.
Your fake cut had scared me when I walked up.
Oh.
Forgot tomorrow was Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
Did you know your license was suspended?
I apologize about that.
Okay.
Naomi tries to play it cool and tells the officer that she's just on her way to pick up her friend, but her outfit and the fake blood immediately tells a completely different story. Somebody should tell her she's not exactly the best liar.
So where's the club wristband from?
Pardon?
Where's the club wristband
Oh,
from?
that was from the other night. That was from like Friday, I think, or something. I'm sorry.
All right. Do me a favor, hop out real quick.
Yep.
Let's have a conversation. All right. We'll come right back over here so we don't get hit. All right. So, listen, tonight's not my first night doing this.
Okay.
Where are y'all really coming from tonight? Because your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the gut. Okay? Check your eyes. Do a couple exercises. Make sure you're good. Okay? Cool with that?
After a failed sobriety test, there was no other option than to arrest Naomi. For some reason, she just couldn't wrap her head around it and tried to negotiate with the cops.
But I did everything that you asked me to, right? Please, sir, I can't have a DUI. Please.
Okay.
I'll do everything. I promise. Sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please.
You are going to jail for DUI.
Please, sir, please.
It's out of my hands.
I'll pick myself up, please, sir. I don't want to go out of the U.S., please.
It's
Please, sir, it's going to ruin my whole life.
That does a DUI does not mean that you're going to up and be deported.
Yes, because I'm from Switzerland. I'm on a green card. I'm not.
Wait, hold on.
She tried to play the sympathy card, but when that didn't work, she upped her game. And this is the moment when desperate Naomi decides to make them a truly unusual offer.
Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on to cover you up a little bit?
That jersey. I'll put that on her.
Please, sir, please. I'll take everything off. Please don't charge me, but I just want to go to jail. Please, sir.
I don't want you to take everything off.
Please, sir, not tonight, please.
I'm gonna.
I promise I'll have somebody pick me up and drive me home. I promise.
I'm gonna show you a little bit of decency and cover you up a little bit.
You don't
want to go into jail looking like that.
Please, please.
Ma'am, there's nothing we can do. It is completely out of our hands, okay?
Yeah, but you can make a decision about arresting me. I promise I'll have somebody drive me home. I promise, please.
We didn't do this. You put yourself in this situation. We are just a consequence of your decisions tonight, okay? I'm happy that you're going to jail and that you're not in a body bag or that you didn't kill a family driving up the road.
But even Naomi's 100th attempt didn't work on these cops, who both went beyond to comfort her by explaining the subsequent procedures. Anyway, Naomi was placed in the backseat of a police vehicle while the officers searched her car, where they found a small whiskey bottle and a can of hard seltzer. Not so surprisingly, both were empty. Naomi was then transferred to the police station where she refused to provide a breath sample. Following the trial, she was sentenced to 12 months probation, 50 hours of public service, and $500 of fines. Unfortunately, just a few weeks before the trial, she received another citation for driving while her license was revoked. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.